Hey everyone, good morning. It's Justin. Today I'd like to talk about some really interesting stuff that's been happening in the news as far as the energy that's going, or lack of energy that's going on around. Namely, there's the diesel shortage, which everybody's talking about. I kind of feel a little like it's over talked about at the moment, but basically there's 25 days of diesel savings left over for the United States. And at the same time, we're getting other issues with, obviously Russia's oil is supposedly sanctioned. The Nord Stream pipeline is blown up out in the ocean, which has reduced the amount of use for natural gas, requires more use for diesel over in Europe, along with other energy sources that are going to be used instead, like firewood. And then there's, if anyone forgot, the pipeline in the United States that was turned off by the current administration as soon as he got into office. Now the Mississippi is drying up, which is going to make it so that there's not going to be any shipments on riverboats and barges, and everyone's going to have to ship everything on trains and truck, which are way less efficient and use diesel. So almost a natural disaster recipe, or not even natural, more like man-made disaster. And then there's also the fact that we've been draining our SPR, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, for all this summer up until, well, this week is supposedly it's going to be going on, but who knows. Usually government programs that are temporary last forever, and they may even drain everything we've got in there. We'll see. But the point I'm trying to make across here is that our energy is becoming very scarce. And on top of all that, just a couple days ago, at a campaign rally, the commander-in-chief himself said that there will be no new drilling and no new oil in the United States. So, with all this difficult energy situation and a shortage that's really creeping up everywhere. I'm in Tennessee. Supposedly there's a big shortage right now. I will say that the price of diesel is over $5 at the moment, which, it's not great. I'm driving right now a diesel guzzler. It's like 13 miles a gallon on a good day. And it's very unlikely to get any better. Once they stop releasing this SPR, supposedly the government is going to start buying back up. We're heading into the cold season, the winter in the United States, when diesel heaters are used abundantly, especially, the northern climates. So this is not looking good, and it's the backbone of our economy, and everything is tied to diesel prices. If you buy any food, guess how it was shipped to you? On a truck that used diesel. If you buy any products, like electronics, guess how it got to you? On a truck that uses diesel. And it's the supply input for anything. It really is. If you want to have a good guess what prices are going to do in the near future, just look at the pump. So on top of all that, what is the United States solution here? Is there even a solution? Is anyone even thinking about doing anything to fix any of this? Well, here's what our fearless leaders are proposing. One, you got to go with renewables. Renewable energy, that's going to be the solution, right? What is it, over $3 trillion have been put into renewable energy since kind of the green movement started. I believe it was either 2008 or 2013. $3 trillion. That is more than 3% of all of the currency in the world. That is a huge investment. And guess what? We've reduced the amount of energy reliance on fossil fuels from, I believe it was 83% down to 82%. So, literally, the amount of money, $3 trillion-ish, which is more than most countries even have, very few countries have total that they produce in a year, $3 trillion. We can't even budge the needle. And now it's just going to get worse because of the shortages. It's only going to make it so that we're reverting back to things like coal and firewood, which is not going to make their carbon thing any better, which was the whole argument to begin with, is to reduce carbon. It's a mess. So anyway, but the things they are talking about is uranium and nuclear energy. Supposedly, we're going to go back to nuclear because it's the most carbon efficient. It is the most abundant of resources that we could use. Uranium is everywhere. Uranium is, you could probably take a shovel outside and dig up uranium right now. It's not enriched, it's not, what's the word, visible or whatever, but you can find it very easily as far around the world. It's not super difficult. Aside from that, it's supposedly we're going to open up some plants. We've got one here in Tennessee. We'll see how it goes. Could be a great investment opportunity. I have my prospects, but we'll see what happens. And all you can do right now is, if you can get prepared, I'm not gonna let my tank get below half a tank every time it hits fill up. I've got some extra cans, keep them stored back in storage of diesel fuel, and then try to, pay attention as much as possible to how much I'm driving and reduce it whenever possible. So other than all that, other things you can do is it's just going to raise the price of energy in general for everything. So things you can do, if you can insulate your house with better insulation for the winter, if you can gather up some firewood now, keep the place warm if you have a fireplace, instead of relying on electricity, it's probably going to be a really good way to save some money. And hell, if you can downgrade into a more fuel efficient vehicle, now might be the time before no one even wants to own a diesel vehicle, period, or any other. So that's, I think, all I have for today. We'll see how it goes. What do you think? Do you think this is all on purpose, or do you think that this is just all completely unintended consequences? Because it seems like a pretty big mess up, to make on accident. Oh, we didn't know all of this energy was going to end up scarce and that everyone was going to get screwed over. Anyway, that's all I have for today. You guys take care.